Thank you for helping facilitate this lesson. My name is Bryan Ortega, and this is a music creation playlist lesson. This is the teacher accompany video. Just gonna briefly kind of run through the slide deck. And I think most of the videos is just me talking, and unless I note that you may have to help with the facilitation or just kind of make sure that my instructions are clear. The first thing is the classroom setup. There is the warm-up activity where ideally would be like an open area in the room where they're just gonna kind of be able to walk around, mix up, and then get into small groups to do quick little questions to check in with each other. The worksheet that also accompanies this for the activity. So we're gonna start with the artist introduction. Next slide is learning target, and basically it's just going over the objective of the day. We're gonna collaborate in groups to create and curate a playlist that represents our class. We'll have also a quick little agenda rundown. Next slide is the class agreements. So obviously you got your own classroom rules and agreements, and then I will just kind of add this little video. The next slide is the warm-up or icebreaker, and here I have a video where I go over the instructions, but also I just want to make sure that you're kind of cued in on to what the instructions are. So I'm going to say them here in English, as well as they will be written down on the written teacher portion, accompanying portion. But basically this game is similar to musical chairs. And in what's gonna happen is you're gonna pick 3 songs, or it could just be the same song, whatever, and we're gonna play a musical chairs game. And instead of chairs, you're just gonna have the students move around in the open area, and have them, in English it's called, I use the word mingle, 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 but in Spanish we're gonna use the words fiesta, fiesta, fiesta. So when you play the music, the students will kind of move around the room, they'll kind of move around, encourage them to dance and get silly, of course safely, with respecting physical boundaries and all that stuff. And when you stop the music, they will pair up and you will ask them a question. So they will take turns sharing and listening to the question. And they are all kind of song-related questions written on the sheet that accompanies this. So next slide is a brief vocabulary. Basically, the term for playlist in Spanish, I feel, is like not the greatest term. So I just want to explain that, simplify that. Define community and curate. After the vocabulary, I got an example video. That one is just 3 examples from Mario Brothers of how the different musics change what's going on in the game and what makes you feel or what's going on in the game. The next video is video 6 with other examples of songs. And next slide is video 7, which is basically the instructions to the worksheet for the playlist that they're building. It's in 3 parts. The first part is just little 3 questions for them to write on their own. So spend some time reflecting, just kind of like a little quiet reflection after the examples. And then they'll get into groups, small groups, and I'll have you kind of figure out, depending on class size, and you know your class, so like what might be a good way to get some small groups of 2 to 5, and have them all, probably 2 to 3 ideally, but if your class is really big, yeah. But basically they're gonna fill out 6 songs that they want to add to the playlist, so it's like their small groups contribution to the bigger group. After they pick their 6 songs, you're gonna bring the group together and have them all share their songs. And like as each group is filling out the songs and sharing them, everyone else can write the songs down on the back. So everyone is gonna end up having a copy of this. My intention is that this playlist kind of goes with the class. I don't know if y'all switch to gym class or art class or have free time, or if there's ever any time where music can be played, that you can just pop this on. And then that idea of curating it where it changes and grows as time. I know that can be, you know, that's on you as a teacher and educator. If you want to come back to this, cool. If not, that's totally cool too. But that option is there. Then we'll just kind of do a little review of what the students did, re-emphasize reflection. And in that one, I just basically have a quick little video with some questions and some pause time. You can also facilitate that portion. Just kind of have the students reflect and talk amongst themselves and say how they liked the experience, did they learn new songs and things like that. And then I just got a quick little wrap up good vibe video on the final slide.